Hello, this is Bhavard Mandrekar and you are tuned with History Adulan.
Today, let's study 7th Standard Social and Political Life, Unit number 5, Market Around Us. This market section focuses on aspects of life and commercial cycles associated with markets. This section offers an opportunity of experience of local markets for discussion in the classroom. First, let us understand what is market. Market is a place where buying and selling of goods takes place. Then what do we buy from the market? The goods like vegetables, soaps, toothpaste, masala, bread, rice, dal, cloths, notebook, biscuits, electronic goods, electrical goods, spare parts, and so many. This list can be unlimited. So the question comes in our mind, from where do we get all these products? Surely we get it from shops, hawker stalls, weekly market, large shopping malls, and other places. The market offers variety of products. It's interesting to know how goods are sold to the buyers, who are buyers, who are sellers, and what are the problems they face. Let's know what will we study in this chapter. First, we will see different type of markets, that are weekly markets, shops in the neighborhood, shopping complex and malls. Then chain of market, markets everywhere, and market and equality. So let's begin with the lesson Market Around Us. As we discussed in the beginning, market is a place where buying and selling of goods takes place. So where this buying and selling process takes place, the first is weekly market. As you understand from the name, this market held on the specific day of the week. Here, everything is available at one place and we have a choice to buy the goods. These shops are not permanent shops, they are set up for a day. The traders who are setting up these shops for a day move to another place, shift to another place the other day. Goods available here are at cheaper rate. Same time, there is a competition in the weekly market. There is a variety of goods in the market, so buyer have an option, and same time customer can bargain the goods, lower down the price. The traders in weekly market can sell the goods at the cheaper rate because of the several factors, since they are excluding the cost of rent of the shop, because they are setting their shops in open. They need not to have pay electricity charges or the extra labor and the maintenance. That's why the goods available in weekly market are available at cheaper rate. The next type in the market are shops in the neighborhood. We have seen that the weekly markets offer a variety of goods. However, we also buy things from other kind of markets. There are many shops that sell goods and services in our neighborhood. We may buy milk from the dairy, groceries from the departmental stores, stationery, eatables, or medicines from other shops. Many of these are permanent shops, while other are roadside stalls such as that of vegetable hawkers, the fruit vendor, and mechanic, etc. Shops in the neighborhood are useful in many ways. They are near our home and we can go there on any day of the week. Usually, the buyer and seller know each other, and these shops also provide goods on credit. This means that you can pay for purchases later. Third, shopping complexes and malls. So far, we have seen two kinds of marketplaces, weekly markets and the markets in our neighborhood. There are other markets in the urban area that have many shops, popularly called shopping complexes. These days, in many urban areas, you also have large multi-storied air-conditioned buildings with shops in different floors known as malls. In this urban market, you get both branded and non-branded goods. Branded goods are little expensive. They are often promoted by advertising and claims of better quality. The companies producing these products sell them through shops in large urban markets and at times through special showrooms. As compared to non-branded goods, fewer people can afford to buy branded goods. Malls do not encourage bargaining, but they surely have discount, and the goods here are costly. The prices of goods are high and sometimes they are many times expensive. Since people prefer going to other places for shopping. Now let us understand how these goods which comes in a market and ready for sale, from where do exactly they come from. So this is a process called chain of market. Chain of market is a series of market connected like a chain as product pass from one market to another. Where does goods come from? For example, farmer requires fertilizer to grow their crops, and these fertilizers farmer need to buy from the factories. So factory is the primary source from where the fertilizers are received by the farmer. Mechanic requires the spare parts of a vehicle. So they get it from shops and the spare goods comes from the factories. Vegetables, fruits, we get it from market or shops, and these goods are brought from the farm or the farmers. Ultimately, source of goods is factory or the farm or the household industry. This is called first order of the chain. Products are manufactured or initiated. These goods come from trader who trade the goods. These traders are wholesaler or retailer. Wholesaler is a seller who deals with huge quantity of goods, and this bulky quantity is sold at cheaper rate. While retailer is one who sell out individual quantities, and the price here is little high. To conclude, in the chain market, the primary producer produce the goods and those are sold through the intermediaries called traders, and that reach at final consumer. In other words, we can say wholesaler firm which sells goods at bulk reaches the retailer, that is individual seller, through trader. So this is chain of market. Markets everywhere. So far we have seen different marketplaces where people buy and sell variety of goods and services. All these markets are in a specific locality and work in a particular manner and time. However, it is not always necessary that one has to go to the markets to purchase goods. You can place order or a variety of things through the phone and these days through the internet. And the goods are delivered at your home. In clinics and nursing homes, you may have noticed sales representatives waiting for doctors. Such persons are also engaged in selling of goods. Thus, buying and selling takes place in different ways, not necessarily through shops and the markets. The markets that we look at above are one that we recognize easily. Lastly, let's know more about market and equality. We have looked at the shop owner in the weekly market and those in the shopping complexes. They are very different people. One is a small trader with little money to run the shop, whereas the other is able to spend a lot of money to set up the shop. They also earn unequal amounts. The weekly market traders earn little compared to the profit of a regular shop owner in a shopping complex. Similarly, buyers are differently placed. There are many who are not able to afford the cheapest of goods while others are busy shopping in the malls. Thus, whether we can be buyer or sellers in these different markets depends, among other things, on the money that we have. We have also examined the chain markets that is formed before goods can reach us. It is through this chain that what is produced in one place reaches the people everywhere. When things are sold, it encourages production and new opportunities are created for people to earn. Whatever that is produced in one market reaches everywhere. Economics of transport plays very crucial role here. So this is all about our lesson market around us. So just stay tuned for the next class. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day ahead.